Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be another video in the series of the things that narcissistic people say. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers, and if you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about the narcissist personality disorder, to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with in your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you overcome narcissistic abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. So when it comes to narcissistic people, they come out with lots of different phrases that many people can use to confuse you. And one of those is, I didn't tell you. And there's lots of different ways they finish this sentence off. They can say, I didn't tell you because I knew you'd react like this, because they're mind readers. And usually when you've lied to somebody or cheated on somebody, there is going to be a reaction of some form. They might come at you and say, I didn't tell you because you can't handle the truth. It's not that you can't handle the truth, it's the fact that you can't handle disrespect and dishonesty from people who claim they care about you. I didn't tell you because I knew you wouldn't understand me. A guilt trip, a form of getting you to question and doubt yourself and not their behaviour. Or the one where they'll say to you, I didn't lie to you, I just didn't tell you. Where they're lying through omission, they're leaving out information. When somebody is leaving out information that affects the choices that you make in your life, they are lying to you. We don't have to tell everybody everything. However, if it's going to impact somebody, if it's going to impact somebody's choice, if it's going to impact somebody's life in a negative way or a positive way, this is information that people need. If a narcissist knows that they give you some form of information, for example, a job that's available where you might be able to better yourself, they might go all out to make sure you don't find out about it, even though they know about it. Or if they're doing something, if they're meeting somebody that they might be having an affair with, however, they've just told you they're meeting up with their friends. So they've told you some information, they've just not told you the whole information, because it would impact your life in a negative way. And they're not telling you to protect your feelings, they're not telling you to protect themselves. And it's very confusing because people can do this. It's not just narcissistic people that leave out information or don't tell people information. Being around a narcissist, you can actually find yourself leaving out information in order to protect yourself. It's all in the intentions behind the behaviour. When they come at you with, I didn't tell you because I knew you'd blame me. Well, of course you're going to blame them. If they've done something to hurt you, they need to take responsibility for their behaviour. Instead of taking responsibility for their behaviour, they're going to twist the story and say, I didn't tell you because I knew you'd blame me. So they've got in there first, and then when you blame them, oh, I knew you'd make it all about me. I knew it would be my fault. So you're the one left feeling confused. You're the one left feeling hurt. You're the one left feeling invalidated. You're the one left feeling defensive. You're the one left explaining your feelings to them. You're the one justifying yourself to the very person who should be justifying themselves to you. Yet they've twisted it around to confuse you, to back you into the corner so that they can get away with their behaviour while you're too busy questioning your own behaviour. Now, when it comes to people being around narcissists, narcissistic people invalidate people, they shame people, they humiliate people, they're envious of people and don't want to see others doing better than themselves. So if you're going for a job interview, if you're thinking of studying a new course, you might then not tell them. And it's not going to impact them in a negative way, because you're doing day to day, everyday, normal things of applying for jobs, studying for a new course. You're doing these things for yourself, not to hurt another person. However, because you are aware that there is going to be some form of reaction from them, you might not tell them to protect yourself, because a narcissist will punish you if you're doing something they don't want you to do. So you don't tell them out of fear of humiliation, fear of pain, fear of being harmed, fear of being criticised, fear of being judged. The same as meeting up with family, meeting up with friends, because a narcissist triangulates, because they divide and conquer, because they expect you to take their side in every single argument, every single debate, because you're not allowed your own opinion, because they're isolating you from support. Because if you bump into that friend in the street and go home and tell them you bumped into that friend in the street, you know you're going to get a barrage of them criticising that friend, and you're not going to be allowed to stick up for that friend, because they're going to twist it around onto how you always take that friend's side. So you might not tell them that you're meeting up with friends and family for fear of reaction from them, for fear of pain from them, and you're not leaving out information that could negatively impact their life. You're leaving out information of things that we should be able to do in life, that people who care about us would want us to go and see friends and family. They would want us to better ourselves. They would want us to study if that's what we wanted to do. A narcissist doesn't tell you because they fear consequences for their actions. They don't want to be responsible for their behaviour, they don't want to be held accountable for their behaviour, and they don't want to suffer any consequences for their actions. Yes, often it's ruled by the emotion of fear. When you're not telling a narcissist something, you are fearing punishment. When a narcissist isn't telling you something, they are fearing consequences to their actions. A narcissist is a self-entitled person. They don't believe they should have to justify themselves to you. And usually the information they are leaving out, such as spending all your money, cheating on you, are things that would massively impact your life. Not only does it hurt when you find out that they lied to you, it hurts because there's usually everybody else that knew about it except for you, which then causes you those feelings of shame. It causes you those feelings of humiliation, which often a narcissist is incredibly smug about. A narcissist isn't going to be honest with you because they don't respect your feelings. They don't respect loyalty. They don't have the morals to care for how their behaviour might impact you. They only care for how their behaviour might impact themselves. There is those who are well aware of what they do, and they do it with a lot more calculation, and they are a lot harder to spot. They are a lot harder to catch out. There are those who do it on impulse, just a learned pattern of behaviour. They're not aware of what they do, they're not aware of their wrongdoings. It's just who they are. It's just become their beliefs of who they are as a person. They act first and then they think second. So they act, they do something, and then they think, how can I get away with this? And then they work on a plan to get away with it, and that's done for them, which is why some narcissists will rage out on you, some will fall silent on you, some will gaslight you, some will confuse you. All of them confuse you. They all have, depending on the person you're dealing with, their different methods, although they're very similar, they're different ways of getting away with their behaviour. And the majority of getting away with their behaviour is via gaslighting your reality. with the words that they use, which are everyday words, which causes us that reasonable doubt within our mind, which causes us to question ourselves and not the very person who's causing us to question ourselves. You often leave information out to a narcissist because you're not allowed to be yourself around them. And a narcissist might feel like they're not allowed to be themselves around you. However, if they came to you and said, I want an open relationship, you could say, yeah, that's not for me. Or if it is for you, you could, and you know where you stand with them. Whereas you're going to them and saying, I would like to go and see this friend, or I'd like to look at doing this course, and they're going to make you feel so bad. They're going to put roadblocks in the way to stop you from doing these things, that you cannot be yourself. You were honest with them, but they got you to the point where you no longer feel able to live your life. And many will get you to the point where you can't do those things because you know there's going to be a negative reaction if you do. You can't even leave out the information of where you're going. You just can't go there for fear of reactions from them. When you are around this kind of person, they are a drain mentally and physically on you. You no longer feel worthy. You no longer feel enough. You feel like you are to blame for everything that goes wrong within your life and within their life. You don't feel safe. It's time to find a safe way out. There is those on the spectrum, or there is those who just have one or two of the criteria, that just have high levels of narcissism, where you can learn to manage your emotions, manage your state of mind around them, grey rock them, limit of contact, and you can handle yourself around them. We are not here to handle other people, to change other people. We are only here to change ourselves, to learn, grow and develop for ourselves. Help those who want to be helped, leave those who want to hurt others. And then there is those on the spectrum who you need to go no contact with for your own sanity. If anyone has any thoughts on the video, please add those into the comments. If anyone's heard any others I didn't tell you because, please add those phrases into the comments to help others become aware. I shall add this into the playlist of the things narcissistic people say, which I shall add into the description. I have partnered with BetterHelp and their sponsored link is in the description also if you'd like to take a look at that. Thank you very much for listening. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.